Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I made videos. I just had a huge break, which you go watch my other videos, you'll see I've had a lot going on. And yeah, I'm just trying to get back into it, and I've been thinking about what my New Year's resolutions are going to be. A lot of people don't like New Year's resolutions, but I, for one, actually really like them. I may not always fulfill them, but it's fun to think about it and to dream and think about the things that you want to accomplish in the new year. I always love the end of the year because it always feels like a fresh slate, a new opportunity. And in the back of my last video where I've been bitching about my health and everything, I'm trying to be positive. I've had a week of being a bitch and now I'm going to try and be positive. So my New Year's resolutions are, which was one that I made this year, or the year before, when I turned 39, I made a promise to myself to do whatever it took to get healthy. I'm now 41, so it's been 2 years since I started demanding that the doctors get to the bottom of all my problems. And, like I said, I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, possible histamine issues, and now I'm booked in for colonoscopy and endoscope and a few other things going on in the new year. So, yeah, I've made the promise to myself to just keep going until I get an answer. Ben's been pushing for his health as well. And we really would love to have a baby. That would be amazing if we had a little baby together. And we know we're not healthy enough. Ben has to get tested for sleep apnea. His sugars are good, but they need to be even lower for his age. But I'm so proud of him, all the progress he's made. He's lost like 20 kilos, I think, and he's gotten his sugars down so much and he is so much healthier than what he was. But he's suffering from fatigue. He's still really tired, and so he has to have a sleep apnea test. He's also got to go and get a CT scan on his nasal, I don't know what you call it, nasal passages, whatever, because he broke his nose as a kid, and he can't breathe through his nose properly, and he can't smell. He's got no sense of smell. So, he's got to go and deal with all that, which would be overwhelming. Like, if someone, I'm overwhelmed about having a colonoscopy. I'd be so overwhelmed if someone says going to re-break your nose and fix it. So I feel for him. But yeah, so in the new year, I'm having a hearing test. I'm also having a sleep apnea test because I snore apparently. And I'm, tired all the time. Having the endoscope and colonoscopy. And I'm seeing an endocrinologist because I sweat a lot, as you can see. And it's really hot here today. It's like 40 degrees. We just had a little storm and there was like heaps of pissing down rain, and I had to turn the aircon off for like 10 minutes because all this dust came in. And yeah, I just sweat a lot, and yet like all my bloods and all my labs have come back normal apart from my calprotectin. And it's not menopause. I got tested for that last year. I know it's not menopause and it's not depression. So anyway, I don't know. Like I said, it could all be related to my inflammation, so I'm just waiting. So that's pretty much January. Just getting all that out of the way, facing it, get it all over and done with. January and February. So yeah, I'm doing whatever it takes to get my health on track, and then after that I will worry about my teeth. But so that's one New Year's resolution, just to be brave and face it and deal with it. 2, get back into my writing. So I am reading this book, and I'm going to do another video when I finish this one about this book. I'm on chapter 3 at the moment. It's a bit sexy. So yeah, so I'm going to get back into my writing, whatever that looks like. I have no idea. I've got some children's books that I started illustrating and I haven't finished. My daughter and I wrote a book together, which like 3 years ago, and I haven't formatted it. Very, very hard when you don't have a decent computer, and my computer was like on the brink of death. So Ben did get me a new computer about 6 months ago, and so I have the tools now to be able to get back into writing. And I just got really, really disheartened. Like, I had a story pretty much stolen from me, which I'll make a video on. That's another video. I don't want to accuse anybody, but I think when I present the evidence to you, you will see that it's very likely that my story was stolen. But that gutted me. That absolutely gutted me. Long story, but yeah, I didn't submit anything for years after that. And I felt so gutted that they did that to me. yeah, but anyway, but I've got to put the past in the past and just get back on the horse, try and do a bit of riding, try and get back into it. Apart from that, I don't really know. I can't make a lot of resolutions until I get an answer for what's causing my inflammation. So, like I said, if I get diagnosed with Crohn's disease, that would be amazing, because then it's like, cool, okay, I've got to go get injections once a month or whatever. That would be so amazing, because it would give me my health back. But yeah, I don't know. I could be on and off trying all different types of medications, or I could be on another stupid diet next year. Who knows? But that's something I can do from home. You know, I can do my writing when I get a minute. I can make YouTube videos. Also want to get back into making my channel. But yeah, I'll just see what happens and just be happy. Just always say be happy, be there for my kids. Make sure my kids are happy and healthy, and, you know, just pretty much it. As a mum, you just want your kids to be happy and healthy and keep the house clean. Keep the house clean is a big one. It's amazing when you go out and work, you got no energy to clean the house. I was paying my sister to clean the house for me. We also have a cleaner, so it was pretty hard trying to keep the house clean for while I was working for 3 whole weeks. But yeah, I don't know, just be more organized and stuff. But it's getting easier, because obviously last year I was just completely out of action last year. I was just sick all year and just nothing. So I'm a lot better now than what I was last year, but I want to be even better next year. I want to be even healthier next year. If by some miracle they find out what's wrong with me and they cure me, or at least maintain, like, obviously if I've got Crohn's, I'm not going to get cured, but they can put it into remission and they can manage it, you know. It would be amazing, like, if I could eat certain things, which, you know, it may never happen. I may never be able to eat garlic again. I may never be able to, like, eat too much cream, you know. There's things that I can't eat because it upsets me, gives me pain, gives me agony. But even if I could improve my diet somewhat, like eat more fatty stuff or whatever, I would be like making so many taste test videos. I'd be like, watch me devour this schnitzel and chips, you know, and I'm not even in pain afterwards. That would be like a dream come true. Like, I haven't had a schnitzel in a decade. God, I want to eat a schnitzel. Like, I mean a pub one. I've had ones at home, but not at the pub. Because I'm too shit scared to eat a schnitzel at the pub, because they're like deep fried, I think, and they're fatty and, you know, upsets me. Delicate constitution for some reason. But anyway, that's one resolution. Eat more foods and do more taste tests and things if I can get to the bottom of my inflammation. But, you know, I've been on 2 antihistamines a day for the last 3 months since I saw the functional doctor, and I swear I don't look as red. Like, I do get flushed and I do get red, but I feel like I'm not looking as red. But I've just stopped taking 2 antihistamines a day now, because I don't think that's good to do forever. But I might take one tonight because I'm a bit agitated from the dust that just flew in. But in the summer, generally, I, you know, shouldn't need to. But anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Oh, and another New Year's resolution that I've got. I'm trying to make small little goals, you know, attainable things, like maybe write 1 novel next year, or finish 1 or 2 of my children's books, you know. Go to all my medical appointments, things like that aren't too big, just because I am aware of how up and down my health is. But another resolution is to start doing tarot readings online and learn more about tarot cards. I want to start doing that in a few months. Like, I know some of it, I've been studying about it and that. And, you know, I've always been a quite intuitive person, and I get feelings, and I'm often, like, you know, when you get like a gut feeling, I'm often quite right about things. When I get a gut feeling, and when I've ignored those gut feelings, like something bad has happened. Like, twice I had a gut feeling not to go somewhere one day, and I went anyway and ended up in a car accident. And the other time I ended up hitting my head, and I was really fucked up for so long. so fucked up for so long because I had head injury and brain injury and stuff. It wasn't like severe, but probably, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I guess it probably exacerbated my fibromyalgia. I bent down to grab, I can't remember what happened. I was holding my daughter's hand, or I bent down to, because she was a toddler. I can't remember what happened. I was holding her hand, maybe she dropped her toy or something, I don't know. I bent down for some reason. As I stood up, I came up underneath this white light thing, like at a McDonald's. And yeah, I just hit my head so hard, and I was disorientated, and all I could think was, okay, I need to go back to the car with the kids. Just need to get the kids in the car and contain them, because I had like a 3-year-old, or however old my daughter was, and I was like really worried she'd run off because I was disorientated. And yeah, that fucked me up for a long time. Over 6 months, I couldn't turn my neck. Like, obviously I've got scoliosis, which I've talked about before, mild scoliosis and fibromyalgia, and that really fucked it up. And I couldn't even like drive, I couldn't even turn my neck. It was so bad. And I had a brain injury for like 3 weeks, and I was just like off my face. And geez, I was a bitch. Like, I was just like so cranky, and I'm not normally a cranky person, and I was just like snapping everyone's head off, because apparently brain injury can make you like really, and I was like, fuck, and geez, I'm being a bitch. But then when I felt better, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry. But yeah, so I had a feeling not to go out of town that day, and I did, and that happened, and I was like, I wish I had listened to my gut feeling. And yeah, so, and I've also had like dreams as well. Like in the past, I've had dreams, and then something like that will happen in real life. And like my mum's a bit like that, and so is my sister. So, you know, I think it's a bit of a, I don't know, I wouldn't go so far to say that I'm psychic, because I haven't gone and sort of delved into that. But I do feel like I have that sort of intuitive ability. So I think I'd be good at doing tarot cards. So it's something I've been studying for the past year, but I'm just building up my confidence. And yeah, I'd like to try and start doing that next year. It'd be a good way to make money from home. Because of my health, I do have to look at ways I can make money at home in case I can't go out and work for a while. And also too, like if I have a baby, like, you know, I'll be at home with the baby. So doing tarot readings, so I can make a little bit of money on the side or something. But anyway, that's all in the future. That's all unknown. That's all the what ifs, just thoughts and feelings that I've had about things that might come into fruition next year. Yeah, I'd love to get into romance writing, but I need to study, you know, like I need to read like probably 50 of these before I, you know, feel confident. Like, because Mills and Boon are all different. This one's modern, it's like sexy, it is explicit, so, but then you've got all the different categories of Mills and Boon, and I have written a couple of romance stories. One I am particularly proud of, it's called Love on Set. I think that's probably the best one that I've written, and did get published in a little anthology, and might show that to you one BookTube Thursday BookTube. I might bring out some of the stuff that I have had published and show you, but nothing like, you know, just like sort of, it's all indies, self-published or published by other indie authors, things like that. But I am proud of that story, and I might try and extend it. I would like to make that a full novel, because it was just a short story. I did like the characters, and I did like the dynamic. All the other short stories I've written I think are pretty shit, actually. That's just my honest opinion. And I am proud of my poetry. I'm really proud of my poetry. I think I'm a good poet. I feel like I'm a struggling writer. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I think song lyric, I always wanted to be a lyricist. I wanted to write song lyrics, but I can't play music. My sister's really talented musician, but yeah, like, we've both had so much go on in our lives, and I like chalk and cheese, and she's like super Christian, and it just doesn't seem to work when we try to do it. Just doesn't work. But yeah, so I sort of started out writing song lyrics, and then went into more poetry sort of stuff, and I might read my poetry on here. Sit down and do some poetry videos and stuff. And I'm proud of some of my books that I've written. like the ones I've published, like Do Dinosaurs Eat Marshmallows and things like that. I'm really proud of those. And I just feel like I've got so many other ideas, but it's so hard sometimes to get it out and be consistent because, you know, I've had so much going on in my life. I've got ADHD, I'm quite certain. All my kids have it, I must have it too. And it's really hard to write consistently. Like if you keep getting interrupted and you try and write a novel, it's really hard to like stay focused. But as my children get older and things get easier, I would like to try and finish them. So I would like to try and finish at least a couple of those before I went and had a baby, because if I had a baby, then yeah, it would just be like where all the time and nothing would get published. So I'm very aware of that. So that's my goal: get on top of my health, get some of my writing out, and then pop out a kid possibly. Ben and I have already chosen some names that we like, so you know, it would be lovely if that happened. Ben's got a tattoo. He's got his first tattoo as well. I'll have to show you that in another video. But yeah, and as for uni, like, I don't know, like Ben did it and he got a distinction. He's really smart, but he's not passionate. Like, I think doing uni by distance is really, really hard. And I'm not saying that I'm quitting, but it's very, very hard. It's very draining. It's very, very hard. And I'm really uncertain about it. I feel like I've just gone back and forth so much over so many things because I haven't known what I'm doing, you know? Like, I've been a carer. All my kids have had, or like, they've had it. They didn't just magically go away. They've still got it. All my kids have autism and ADHD, and that was a huge part of my life. I was homeschooling and being a good mum, you know, that was my priority. I didn't go out and date. I was a single mum and I was just homeschooling, and my priority was just getting my kids on track. And I waited and waited to find a good man who would what's up? I'm just recording. Who is it? Can I come in? Yeah, hang on, I'll pause it. I'm back. I just had a child who had a situation. They had a bowl of custard with a banana in it, and they ate the custard and they didn't want to touch the sticky, icky banana in it. So I told them to put it in the sink and I'll deal with it. So that's all right. But, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so that was my priority, being a good mum. And I'm proud of that, you know. My kids are happy and reasonably healthy. No, they're doing all right. They've come a long way, and they've all got their own challenges, but they've also all got their own strengths. And I just keep encouraging them all every day just to achieve something, like get out of bed each day, do something, be happy, you know, like get out of the house, like just do whatever, you know. And we've been through the thick of it, but they've come a long way. So, and then after having 20 years of that, you find yourself not knowing who you are. Like, I was also caring for my parents. At one point, I was caring for 5 people. So, of course, I had no time for me. You know, I had all the kids in the thick of it. My mum and dad in and out of hospital. And my health was up and down as well. I've had my own health challenges. And yeah, just completely burnt out after all of that. And then going, well, who the fuck am I? What the fuck am I doing? What am I going to do? Oh, I've done a Cert 3 and Cert 4 in education support. I might as well keep going and do uni and be a teacher. And then you try and do it by distance, and it's so effing hard. Like, it's so freaking hard. And then I'm like, oh, I'll be a writer. And then, like, it's really hard to get into that. Like, everything's hard, you know. And yeah, I don't know, like, it's just, I've had a lot of rejections. I have had some wins, like Fergie the Duchess of York read my book on her YouTube channel. The original video got 90,000 views, and then they took it down and put it back up, and then the next video's only got like 4,000 or something, I think, last time I looked at it. But I didn't sell a single book from that. People were like, oh my god, Fergie read your book. It got like, I've been watching the count go up. It got like 99 or 98 or 90,000 views, whatever. Oh my god, you must have sold so many books. And it's like, no, I didn't sell a single book. And then people are like, what? So it's really funny and embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And yeah, I don't know. It's been hard. I've been like housebound, and I haven't been able to go out and do a lot. Like, okay, I made all these books, but I've got to try and flog them online, sell them online. And yeah, it's just been hard. So I don't know. I guess you know, like I've had a lot of identity shifts. Like I literally feel like I've got borderline personality disorder, but I don't think I do. I think I'm literally autistic with ADHD, and I've had so much upheaval in my life that I've never had the stability to like actually fucking have a minute just to be me, just to fucking have stability. I've been divorced twice, then I was like a single mum, homeschooling, and dealt with a lot of what's the word? Like I dealt with a lot of put downs, I suppose. That's not even the right word, but like, yeah, like put downs, like just judgment, and which made me feel really bad. And then I'm like, fuck you all, you know, I don't care what any of you think, but literally you go from like being like a homeschooler, people put you down, and then you are an autism mom, and then people are like, oh my god, I don't know how you do it. Do you have autism as well? It's like, well, that's a bit fucking rude, isn't it? And then you're a single mum on Centrelink, and then you think, oh my gosh, what do people think of me? I'm a single homeschooling autism mum on Centrelink, like, so it just really messes with your head. And I've been through domestic violence, and I've just been through so much shit. And then I've had the doctors gaslighting me, like as I've talked about in the past, like go and say, hey, I'm in pain, I've got abdominal pain, something's wrong with me, and it's like, oh, we'll just think positively, you know. So, and I went through all of that. I went through the thick of that, and it's changing now. After 20 years of that, I've got a good partner. I've got a good man. Finally, after all this time of waiting. But I've got someone who loves my kids and treats them well. He treats me well. We don't get along all the time. We have fights like every couple, you know. But we're able to talk to each other, which is something I feel like I've never had. He actually is so mature at times. He can be immature. Everyone can. I can. But like at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, when we have to sort out an argument or sort out disagreement or work together, it does actually happen. And he is very sensible, and I trust him. I trust Ben's judgment because I know he is sensible and he makes good decisions. And I respect him, you know, because he makes, like, he's reliable, you know, he's there for us, and I can put my trust and my faith in him that he's making good decisions for us as a whole. And obviously, like, if I don't agree, I will tell him and let him know. But he's sensible, you know, he's not silly, and he listens to me. Even sometimes he may not listen to me at first, but eventually he will listen to me and be like, and we'll, like, even if we don't see eye to eye, we can come to a compromise or an agreement, you know, which is so important in a marriage and a relationship. And I feel like he's always going to have my back, and like, and I've got his, and you don't expect perfection, but Ben can apologize, he can say sorry, you know, like, and yeah, like, just with maturity, you know, not like, oh, I'm sorry, and then keep being a jerk, like, I'm sorry, and then the behavior actually changes, you know, saying you're sorry to somebody and then continuing to treat them like dirt, that you don't mean it if you do that. If you're sorry, you stop the behavior. And that's something I feel like I've never experienced. It's always been empty apologies, in my opinion. So I feel like, yeah, I just feel like Ben respects me, and he wants me to be happy, and he loves me, and he shows me that he loves me. He doesn't mistreat me, you know? But yeah, so I don't even fucking know what I'm going on about now. I'm just sitting here rambling. But yeah, I really don't know where I was going with that. Oh, I was talking about my life and how hard it was. But yeah, so I've been through the thick of it. I've been through a lot, and I feel like things are changing now. I feel like when I go to the doctors now, Ben will come with me, and when I have my procedure next year, Ben is going to take me to the hospital. He'll come with me, and I feel like, you know, I've got someone by my side. If I say, well, I'm in pain, I've got someone there to back me up and say, yeah, you know what, she's not faking it. She's not depressed. She's actually like doubling up in pain at home, and she can't get off the couch or whatever the fuck's going on, or she's running to the toilet or whatever, I've got somebody who can say to the doctor, she's not making it up, she's legit, can you please help her? You know, or if something goes on with one of the kids and I've got to go talk to the school or whatever, I've got someone who will come with me and back me up, because it's always me on my own doing it, and people just like fucking think I'm crazy or something because I get like really like hyper and trying to get all the information out at once, and then they say something like cut me down to the quick with one rude remark, and then I'll just sit there like a stunned mullet thinking, what the fuck did they just say to me? That's what I used to be like, whereas now I try to pause and take a minute, and I try to be more assertive now. But sometimes it takes me a moment to process it as well. But I normally will just be like the other day, the doctor was like, oh, it's really bad you've been on Nexium for a long time. And I'm like, I know that. I said, that's why I'm asking for answers. I said, but do you know what's also bad for you? Reflux, when it's getting up your esophagus and you're losing your teeth. I said, that is also bad for you, you know? And I just argue back, but try not to be like obnoxious. Just try to tell them like, this is what's going on. But sometimes, you know, people just will only understand you from their own viewpoint. And sometimes you've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to know when to draw the line. You got to know when to go, do you know what? You don't understand me. I'm going to go to another doctor or whatever. But sometimes you don't have a choice. Like, I didn't really like what the gastro doctor said to me the other day, but he's been all right to me, you know. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to go and have the procedure, and then we'll see what the results are. And then if he dismisses me, then I'll say something. He's been all right, but I know he can't really do anything until I have the procedure. But he's just been a bit offhand, like about SIBO and stuff. Like, oh, don't worry about that. It's like, well, it's a real thing. Like, why are you telling me not to worry about it? But anyway, yeah, so I think that in the new year, that's where I was going. I was saying that I had no sense of self because I've had so much upheaval in my life. So yes, I've had a lot of upheaval. I've had a lack of stability in my life. And so it's like every time I sort of start to develop an identity or think I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, either my health lets me down, or one of my kids needs me, or I've had a marriage breakup, or I haven't been treated right, or my mum goes into a coma. Like, all these things have been going on. And then it's like, well, that didn't work out. And then I think, well, maybe that wasn't meant to be. And then I go, okay, well, maybe I should do something else. And, you know, and I think that's been the main issue, that I just haven't had stability. And then it creates an unstable view of who I am, because I don't know who I am outside of being a mother, you know. But the one thing that I've never, ever, ever changed my mind on is that I want to be a writer. So I think I'm frustrated that I want to be a writer. That's my passion. That's my dream. And I haven't had any support with that much. And I haven't been able to go out and make connections. I haven't been able to have a career and go out and make connections in the publishing world and meet other whatevers, and get my book manuscript in front of someone, you know. I think that's the frustration. So I've gone, oh, well, I can't just rely on that. I have to have a uni degree so I can get a job, because my books might never get published till I die. You know what I mean? That was the whole point of that. So, yeah. It would be my dream to be an author and just stay home and be an author and have a big desk like Jackie Collins or something and sit behind it and type out romance novels. And I recently watched that movie She Devil again with Roseanne Barr and Meredith. No, what's her name? God, fucking fibro. What's her name? Can see her face, but I can't think of her name. Mel somebody. Oh my god. What's her fucking name? She's in Mamma Mia. Anyway, that chick. Meredith Brooks, is that it? Oh gosh, like I should get tested for freaking dementia. Anyway, I recently watched that again. I love that movie. It's such a good movie. But yeah. And I got like super obsessed with like Jackie Collins like a few months ago, and I was like watching all of her interviews and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to dye my hair brown again and be like the Australian Jackie Collins. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good romance writer or not. Who knows? Like, I had one person who was editing my books suggest I should go into romance. So, you know, it made me stop and think, and made me think, you know, maybe I should write romance, but we will see what my talents bring. We will see what the new year brings, and my focus is on fixing my health, getting answers, and just doing things, even however slowly, towards setting up income for myself. So my tarot readings, I'm going to do that and set that over the next few months, and slowly get back into writing. Ben wants to do his photography. He's given up on open uni, even though he got a distinction. He's like, fuck this, it's too hard. He wants to do his photography. And yeah, I'm just taking it a month or two at a time. I'm not making big goals because I just don't know where this journey with my health is going to lead me. So yeah, that's my goals. That's my ramble. Thanks for listening. What are your New Year's resolutions? Do you like New Year's resolutions? Do you believe in them? Have you done some in the past and you failed them? Notice I didn't say lose weight in there, because I'm always trying to lose weight, so that's just a given, and I haven't lost much, so I'm waiting for my health to improve, and hopefully I'll have big results with that. And I'm just going to get on my treadmill every day in a few days when my tummy settles down. I feel a lot better this afternoon. I was crook all morning, I was crook all day yesterday, but I do feel better this afternoon. So hopefully it's just my body ridding out all the painkillers that I've been taking for my teeth. I haven't had any for a few days because I'm not in pain with my teeth. Hallelujah. So I don't need them at the moment. So that's really good. I just stopped them cold turkey because I didn't need them. Like, I'm only taking them because I was in pain, and I'm not going to take them if I don't need them. So I think my body just went, blah. Anyway. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.